Dear sir or madam, would you like my advice on something? You can answer here. If your answer is said Abraham Lincoln, then you're in the right place. Skyrocket. What am I gonna give you advice on? My favorite thing that I'm good at, which happens to be stalking. Stalking. So I'm just gonna tell you how to stalk. I'm not going to tell you a list of things to do to stalk, how to stalk, why to stalk. I'm just gonna tell you what I do when I stalk people. This is just gonna end up being real weird. Okay, well when I stalk someone, I obviously stay on the down low. I don't want them to know that I'm like onto them, but I want them to know that I'm like onto them. You know the difference? So the first thing I do is I whelm them with flattery. I make sure that they know that they're a babe, that I think they're a babe, that they're more babe-worthy than all the other babes that I know, that most people know, and that they're just a, you know, the full package deal. And no one is immune to that. Also, when doing this flattery whelming, I make sure to not come on too strong. I don't say like, hello, I want to make out with you, human. I just say like, hey, human, you're looking pretty fly today. That's just simple. Also, I shower them with coffee. And this just might seem like, why would I do that? What if they hate coffee? Coffee shops always have something that people like. Whether it be like a frappadappuccino, or like a coffee, or a mocha latte, or a espresso. That's not how you do an Italian. Fuck, just moving on now. So I will give them a cup of coffee every now and then and just like smile. And then do this for a little while. Don't let them know that you're like coming on to them yet. Just make sure they know that you think that they are just super duper. Okay, after doing this for a while, I make sure that I seem unavailable in some way. Obviously, I'm not with anyone right now, but I just am busy, or I am busy, just very busy doing all of the busy important things I do. And then every now and then, like, I'll be like, hey, like, do you want to hang out at, like, in the morning before I have to go do my things? Like, we can just stop and get coffee really quick and, like, whatever. That usually works per point. Then once I'm on that level of, like, okay, we have done something together, then I somehow end up appearing in the places that they appear. Coincidentally. Coincidentally. What are you doing here? Coincidence, how are you? So you've gotten to that point where you're seeing them, you're not in the friend zone because you keep calling them babe, and you have done something with them, whether it be coffee or, I don't know what you people do, play Scrabble, something like jump rope. So you are on their radar now. You are not a friend anymore, you are on the radar. Because if you had just started establishing yourself like, oh hi, I'm Casey, nice to meet you. Like, it would not be the same as if like you had given them flattery earlier on in that game. Next, you're gonna have to move in. You're going to have to get into their circle. And you're going to have to somehow hang out with that person and their posse. Like, go out together, do something, I don't know. And then like you're gonna be like amidst everything in their lives at that point. Once you have hung out with all of their friends and hung out with them and talked to them, blah, 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 start talking to them more. Start coming on to them slowly but surely. And then they will like hint back if they are like interested in you. You will know, depending on how many smiley faces they put in their text messages, how many hearts they put in their text messages, how often they like the things you post on Tumblr. But this person will know that you're interested in them, and then they'll show you interest back. So, you pretty much have made yourself someone of interest in that way. That's probably a really obvious way, but if you really think about it and you be careful with these steps, you're gonna prosper. Because no one is immune to flattery. And if someone is alone and you're showering them with love, they like that shit. They just like that shit. And they like you. Now you know how to come on to a human. Or an animal. Maybe you want a cat. This is for cats.